How goes it, Big Bad here? Today is the most wonderful time of the year, a holiday that I always look forward to. That holiday being the launch of the newest Call of Duty game. And quite frankly, this beta could not have come at a better time, because I was getting really burnt out playing Doom and getting myself raided by 4chan. I desperately needed a palate cleanser. Preferably one where its community doesn't use kiwi farms. In fact, while I'm at it, let me list off a few things the COD does better than Doom. It also helps that Activision actually cares about protecting marginalized communities, unlike ZeniMax. Bobby Kotick is more woke than everyone at id, Bethesda, ZeniMax, and Hellforge combined. And I have plenty of anecdotes to prove it. Like that time they removed Nick Merck's operator bundle because he posted an anti-LGBTQ dog whistle. One does not simply remove one of the most popular bundles of all time. Whoever was in charge of the store listings had to get approval from the higher-ups in order to do this. They could have kept that bundle in the store and made millions from it, but instead, they chose to take the financial hit and make a stand. And software would never have the balls to do something like that. Anyway, now that I've explained my rationale, let's go over my thoughts on the Modern Warfare 3 beta. For starters, the movement is way better than it was in Modern Warfare 2. Reintroducing slide cancelling has made a world of difference for more aggressive players like myself. Slide cancelling has also been made more intuitive, in part due to it being a legitimate inclusion into the game. In previous COD games, slide cancel was performed by sliding and aiming down sights to hold your momentum. In Modern Warfare 3, slide cancelling can be done simply by pressing the crouch button mid-slide. The beta also gave us some new weapons, equipment, and kill streaks to play with. The Guardian NSC is like a turret that stuns enemies. Great for shutting down choke points and keeping enemies off objectives. You also see a notification when enemies are hit by it, giving you valuable intel on where they're pushing from. The ATS isn't what Little Tim uses to write gamer words into a stereo wad, but is instead a device that contests objectives for you, allowing you to contest the B flag, for example, without having to put yourself on the line of fire. My favourite new piece of equipment would have to be the Breacher drone. It's a drone with TNT strapped to it that flies straight forward and explodes when it hits an obstacle. It's really fun to use, and I have tons of clips of me getting really cheap kills with it. Thank God Activision added AI-powered voice moderation to this game, otherwise I wouldn't be able to show you any of these clips.
Flash out! Breacher drone out!
The new weapons they added also feel great. Since this game is banking heavily on Modern Warfare 2 nostalgia, we get our hands on some fan-favorite guns like the ACR and the UMP-45. My personal new favorite gun of the beta would have to be the SBA-545, this game's equivalent of the AK. The way it functions is actually pretty interesting. When you pull the trigger, it starts with a 2-round burst before switching to full auto. It's definitely one of the most unique guns I've seen in a Call of Duty game in recent memory. The weapons have also been buffed across the board. Damage fall-off seems to have been drastically nerfed. I was able to beam people from the other side of high-rise with minimal issue. Visual recoil has also been made way less intrusive than it was in Modern Warfare 2, which makes sense as your character you're playing as is supposed to be a highly trained soldier, not me trying to play CSGO. The time to kill has also been made longer in part due to the base health being increased to 150, just like how it was in Black Ops 4 and Cold War. This is a good change that makes camping less viable. If a camper shoots you in the back, you now have a brief window of time to try and fight back. The increased health also has some unintended side effects. I kept losing gunfights because I was running out of ammo, so I would recommend unlocking extended mags as soon as possible. Another thing that's notable about this game is that all the base 6v6 maps are remastered to maps from the original Modern Warfare 2. In the beta we got to try a handful of them, so here's where I would rank them on a tier list. Skid Row is a map with a huge emphasis on close quarters combat, certainly fitting the urban jungle vibe. My main problem is the placement of certain objectives. Having the B flag located in a small hallway means that people are almost always converging on this cramped space. I think it would have worked better if the control point encompassed the entire building. I'll give this map a B. Favela is like a better executed version of Skid Row. It features close quarter areas as well, but it also has an emphasis on verticality, allowing you to access the rooftops. This simple addition alone allows for a whole extra layer of possibilities, pun very much intended. I'll give this map an A. After the experiences I had dealing with rooftop campers in Modern Warfare 2, I went into this map expecting to hate it, but I was pleasantly surprised. Oh man, State. State makes me wish that Sledgehammer re-implemented combat pacing from COD Stronghold Vanguard. It's way too big for its own good. This house right here is supposed to be the main focal point of the map, but it only takes up a small section of the playable area. D tier, Rust needs no introduction. It's the smallest map in the beta, but it isn't egregiously small like Shipment. It's still an enjoyable map in its own right. Going onto the tower in the center gives you a huge advantage, but you can still die. In fact, there's very little cover in this map, which makes camping extremely difficult. With that, this map gets an S tier. And finally, we have High Rise. High Rise was added the second weekend of the beta, and it's certainly the most authentic map in the beta. I'm glad the devs kept in all the secret spots like the crane and the vantage point. However, this is another map where I found the objectives to be annoyingly placed. The B flag is out in the open and leaves you open to attack from 3 different directions. I'm not sure how authentic they're trying to be, but I think it would be cool if the B flag was placed on the helipad instead, similar to holding out on the Rust Tower. I'll give this map an A. I would have to say this is one of the most promising Call of Duty betas I've ever played. It definitely seems like Sledgehammer know what they're doing, and they've addressed the community's complaints head on. If you're a hardcore COD fan who was put off by Modern Warfare 2's new movement, I think this game will be right up your alley. Anyway, that's all I have to say on this beta. When the full game comes out, I'm going to be streaming it on my Twitch channel, so if you want to check that out, you can follow me at twitch.tv/Bigbad75_YT. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications so you never miss an upload.